Welcome to Burt Ridgeway's Learning for Life. Welcome to March, and the tune of the month is going to be Mississippi Sawyer. So this week we will cover the melody, and next week we will be covering the chords and then getting into some of the jams. And I'm going to give you a few different things you can do here as far as the basic melody, different things to try. So if you were watching, I was only using my thumb and ring finger for most of that verse. So I put them both down at once, and you're going to play 4, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. You're playing out, 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 back, out. Sorry about that. Out, out, back, out. Out, out, back, out. That ring finger stays down the whole time. Out, back, out, 5, 4. So 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 4. Out, out, back, out, back, out, 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 out. You might want to stop, memorize that. You're going to slide that position, 4, 2 down to 1, 3. Do the same exact thing. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3. Same exact thing, just a fret down. So same thing. 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2. Now you do have to lift the ring. So let's do that again. Then 1, 3, 2, 1, 0. Make an A there if you want. You can hold a D chord and do that same exact thing. Notice my ring finger's down on the second. You can make a G. D. By the way, that's going to give you a clue of what you're going to be playing for your backup. D, D, G, D, G, D. So there's your basic melody. If you want to fancy it up, you can do a hammer on 3, or let's see, 4, hammer on, slide. So there's some different ideas. You could do it here. Sorry. But I'm using my ring now instead of my pointer. And I guess you could. So just some ideas that you can play around with. So that's part A. Let's do part B. So you're playing open 2, open 2. And you could play O, 3, 4, but something more so let's do that. Something a little closer to the melody would be so just O, 1, 2, 3, 4, O, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second phrase, put your ring finger on 1 on the melody, your pointer finger on 2 on the middle. And again, so your second phrase, you're going to put your ring finger on the melody string at 1, put your pointer finger on the middle string at 2. So you're just going middle melody, 2, 1, 3. So then your third phrase, same as the first. So you can use that same ending. So let's do all of part B. Now you notice I did something a little different there. That doesn't matter. That's the kind of stuff you want to experiment with. So I'm going to play it through all the way for you one time, and then we're going to give you a practice track. This is not hard to do. So here we go. Chorus. You notice how I switched it there. First time I started on 2, open 2, open 2, 3, 4. You could play open 2, open 2, 2, 3, 4. So you have all these different options to embellish and to change things around. So I'm going to give you the practice track. I'm going to play it through the first time with you, and then you'll have 2 more times to play it on your own. Here we go. So we're going to have an 8-beat count in. So before we give you the second play along, what I'm going to do is show you one more ending. So you're going to play 3, 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, middle string, 2, 1 on the melody, 0. 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, middle string, 2, 1, 0. So, use these practice tracks. You've got them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're there for your use, just as a library is. And this is an online library, and the only way that library is able to stay open because there are those who are supporting this work. They're investing in their own learning process. And I have found out when you invest in your own process, you tend to not only take it more serious, you tend to stick with it more. Church I used to go to, I offered free hammer dulcimer lessons as a group to anybody who wanted lessons. We started out with 6 or 7. And after just a few months, we had one left. And she was worth it because she actually used it and stuck with it. But the rest quit because even though they bought their own instruments, they had no investment in what they were doing. And I have found that out. When I started learning banjo, I was 16 years old. And I was one of those kids that quit everything. And I wanted a banjo, and my parents wisely said, get a job. Because they know that if I really wanted one, I would get a job, and I would stick with it, or more likely so. And I went out, got my first job for the purpose to buy a banjo, went to Service Merchandise, if you remember those, bought a banjo, paid for all my own lessons, drove myself to my lessons. I did everything without any of their help. And years later, as an adult, my mother said she always felt guilty that she never paid for those lessons since music has become my life. And I told her, I said, had you paid, I would have had no investment. Maybe I would have quit. Maybe that dedication wouldn't be there. And one way to invest in your own learning is to invest in the learning process. And if this is something you're using, if this is a blessing to you, I would encourage you, I would ask that you would consider supporting this program to help keep this library open, to help keep more lessons coming every single week. That is the only and the solely way that this is supported. So I want to thank my patrons, first and foremost, because it is because of them, those who are giving back, that these lessons are out there, that they're free, and that they're available. So we're going to I'm going to play it through for you. So that you can hear what it's going to sound like. I'm going to play it the first time through, and then you're going to have it the second 2 times through. And this would be considered your slow track. So here we go. So there you have Mississippi Sawyer. And next week we will have the breakdown of the chords, play the backup, and put it with a melody, give you another practice track so that you can mix these together. And I think you're going to enjoy this. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's not a hard tune to do, and something that even beginners should be able to pick up pretty quickly. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much. Thank you, patrons. God bless. Have a good week.